Hello everyone and welcome back on my channel. So today we are going to solve arrays problem. So as you all know, this is our revision series in which we solve the question which we are already solved. So today's problem number, I left this find union. So I left this problem for you. So you have to revise this problem, find union. Now I'm going to solve the find missing number of an in an array. Okay. I also not well, so you have to manage my voice quality. As I told you, I am not feeling well. I have a little bit of cold. So the question is, given an array nums containing n, what the question is, we have to given a nums name array and containing n distinct number in the range of 0 to 9. Return the only numbers in the range that is missing from the array. Okay, I guess you understand the questions. So questions tell us we have given an array of name nums and we have to given a separate range 0 to n. Okay, now we have what we have to find it, like if we short this array, the shortening portion is look like 0 1 then 3. Okay, so in this range the missing element is 2. And example 2, if this is our array, then 0 1, and suppose like index of 0 is 0 and index of 1 is 1. Okay, then if we proceed further forward, then what comes? Index 2. Are you getting my point? If index of 0 is 0, index 1 has one element. Okay, like the value of index 1 is 1, and if we proceed further forward, the index 2 have also value 2. Okay, so I guess you hear a formula about sum. You study in previous classes, I guess. So we have to apply that formula in our solution so that we are able to find the output of 2. Now first I tell you how the sum formula works. First we have to find the sum. What we have to given? We have to given the number of n. How many n's? 1 2 3. So we have to given number of elements, which is 3. So you hear about a formula, sum equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. If we put n equal to 3 in the formula, so we are getting 6, though, so the sum is 6. Trying by yourself, you have to take n equal to 3 and put in it the formula, which is sum equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. So the sum is 6, as you getting. So if we minus sum by 3, what we are getting? 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, next one, 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay, next one, 3 minus 1 is 2, which is our output, right? So what I am going to do is I'm creating a sum. First, int n equal to nums dot length and then sum int sum equal to, the formula is n into n plus 1 n plus 1, sorry by mistake, n plus 1 and divide by 2. So this is the formula for calculating the sum. Okay, so now we have to traverse whole array. So for traversing, we have to initialize I equal to 0, I less than nums dot len, and then I plus plus. Okay, so what we have to do in this formula, as I told you, we have to subtract numbers from the sum. So I'm going to subtract equal to nums of I. Okay, so from this formula we are getting our required output. Okay, so it is close here and it is close here, so we have to initialize the return here. Return, what we have to return is sum. So running this form, running this code, and yeah, it actually work. So test case 1 is successfully passing to the range from 0 to n, like 0 to 3. So if we arrange in increasing order or ascending order, so 0 1 2 3, so 2 is missing, so output is 2, expected also 2. In case 2 0 1, if we, as I told you in previous, if we increase forward, then 0 1 and proceed forward, then what comes? Index 2, which has the value 2. That's why the output is 2 and expected also 2. Case 3, if in this case, if we short this array, assume it is a sorting array. Okay, so the number is 0 1 2 3, then 4 5 6 7 and 8 is missing in this whole array. Okay, so we have to find the 8. I told you a formula which sum equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. If we apply n equal to, if in this case we have to take 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, 9. So in this case we have to take n equal to 9, like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, so we have to take the n as n equal to 9 and put this in this formula, and sum is getting, and after some subtracting all from these, and finally we getting the sum which is 8. Okay, so now we are going to submit the code, and successfully the time complexity is, we initialize a for loop, so big of n, which is in worst case big of n. Okay, now our second question is maximum consecutive ones. So maximum consecutive ones, give a binary array nums. Given a binary arrays, we have given a nums name array, return the maximum number of consecutive ones. Like, what is the mean of consecutive? Consecutive means the repeating numbers which is similar to the previous numbers. Okay, what consecutive stand for? The repeating number which is similar to previous one. Okay, as here 1 and 2, which is similar, which is also repeating, and then if we proceed forward, so 0 comes. 0 is not a consecutive of ones, like they are not similar or they are not repeating similar. Okay, so if we come from 1 to 1, it is consecutive. Okay, it's also a consecutive number, but what we have to give as output, maximum number of consecutive of ones. Okay, So if we skip this 0 and come on 1 and 1 1 1, so what we have find, the maximum consecutive which is similar is 3. As we see, 3 comes 3 times, 1 comes 3 times. So explanation of the code is the first 2 digit or the last 3 digit are consecutive of ones. Consecutive means which is similar to ones. 1 is similar to 1, so these two are also consecutive ones, but we have to return the maximum. So 1 comes 3 times, so maximum consecutive is 3. Okay, so the maximum consecutive is 3, and we have to code this. So okay, we are also done this problem with count variable. Okay, we are trying count equal to 0, and we have to take a variable also, which is max count equal to also 0. Okay, now we have to proceed with all the numbers, all the elements which is present in the array. Okay, so nums dot length I plus plus. Okay, so what is the condition? Maximum consecutive of ones. So maximum consecutive of ones, if nums of I equal to 1, as the condition told us, consecutive ones equal to ones. Okay, if nums of I equal to 1, what we have to do? Max count equal to math dot max and max count comma count. Okay, we have to store the values which is equal to 1, and it is close here, and it is close here, so we have close here, and it is close here. So we have to initialize our return here, return max count. Okay, as I told you, we have to initialize a count variable, and if I this use only for traverse all the array, and as our condition given, num equal to 1, if it is, then max count equal to mat dot max में add कर दो, है ना, simple. So we are getting output which is wrong. Okay, test case 1 is failed. But we are not initializing count equal to 0. Yeah, right, max count equal to 0, and for this nums of I equal to 0. Wait, I have to check this code. What we are missing here, I guess. Wait, I have to check once. If we initialize if nums equal to 1, then it is, if what if 1 comes, 0 comes, so we are not initialize for the 0 anything, so count equal to 0. Okay, now we are running the code. Wrong code again. Now we have to check our code. Count equal to 0, max count equal to 0. Okay, I equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus plus nums of I equal to 1, and max count equal to mat dot max, else this. What we are missing here? We are not, I guess, plusing the word count plus plus, I guess. Count plus plus. We are trying now. Yeah, we are missing our count. Sorry for taking your time. Like I am confusing in the questions. That's why I'm so, as I told you, we have to initialize count, and we have to take max count for storing the number. Okay, now if nums of I equal to 1, then count plus plus and stored max in max count, else count equal to 0, return max count. Now submit the code, and we successfully completed the code, and our code take uh, big of n times. Okay, so yeah, we completed the code, so we done many problems in next video. Thank you so much.